That's perfect. Okay. So I think we're now we are just us, and then in 5 minutes we have to like start welcoming everyone being with us today. And I'm not actually expecting lots of people because we didn't really like promote that much for the Zoom. We promoted more for the exhibition itself, like, you know, people to go and see. But I think this Zoom is going to be excitement, experiments and things, because we're going to be together talking about the body painting in general, seeing the exhibition, and it's an open chat about the experience itself. And
you are mute, Jade.
Yeah, you are mute, Jade. But as
sorry,
well,
I'm just speaking to my fiance too. I'm just trying to figure out how to open this on the iPad.
Oh, no worries, all good.
So this meeting will be recorded, and Kaiser, you are recording this.
Yeah, Jade, this is Abdullah. He's our curator and the godfather of the online exhibition.
Thank you. That's all too kind. I just run a website, and I try to I just ran into these guys online during the pandemic, and yeah, we're stuck to one another ever since.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Abdullah.
Nice to meet you as well, Jay.
I think the main like, let's say, happiness that we're trying to share all together today is this idea that we can actually get connected. And I never saw Abdullah in person in my life, and it's happening. And the idea of getting this work to be all over the place and not necessarily in the location that I'm based on, this as well as a blessing. So we can actually share the work, let people know that they can print, because this is the blessing of having this technology now. So for me, it's my first online experience with you know, putting my work in online, and I think this is nice. And hey, Pierre,
I'm just switching now.
Pierre is here. He is here. He connected. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us today, Pierre. It's our first experience to do online exhibition, and we hope this new technology will help people getting connected and sharing more art together. So, and officially, I guess we're going to start in 3 minutes. And if
All right.
Bonjour, monsieur.
All right.
Yeah.
Bonsoir tout le monde, and yeah, good evening to you all. My name is Abdullah. I founded this little website called the Marsoum Art Collective almost 4 years ago now. I don't know, I'm not going to claim to be a genius or anything, but I kind of saw that art would eventually move online. It was creeping there, and then the pandemic hit, and then everything changed as we know it, right? But I think one of the silver linings of the pandemic, as we're, you know, starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, is that it really opened up these doors, virtual ones, obviously, for us to connect all across the world. I've never met Yafa and Kaiser. We connected during the pandemic, during our last virtual exhibition, and they were huge in just getting our message out to the world. And the rest is really history. Yafa and I did a few, Pierre, I remember you from one of those, but we did a few studio visits in the peak of the pandemic. And then we just started talking about doing a collaborative online exhibition with the three of us. So I'm really excited because Marsoum's mission is painting a different story of the Middle East and North Africa. A big part of that is the duality that, you know, the three of us, I think, represent fairly well, of being, you know, Canadian Arab, and just trying to bridge, or not trying, succeeding at bridging that gap, and really bringing everyone together through that healing power of the arts, and trying to find creative new ways of doing it. So yeah, so I think you'll find that this is honestly the most immersive experience that we've ever done with an online exhibition. We've done, I think, about 6 so far. So yeah, I'm really pumped to just see everyone's reaction, and to see a bit more of you, Jade and Karine, on some of the future live body painting sessions that we've got in the pipeline. Yeah, and I hope, and I think I speak for everyone, I hope that you'll all enjoy what you're about to experience with us.
Thank you, Abdullah. Thank you for actually making this exhibition online happening. Me, myself, I prefer to work with people in person. I miss having my workshops and holding hands, being in a circle and working. And I think everything is happening for a reason. The idea of actually having an exhibition in Cornwall was basically because I couldn't make the workshops anymore because of the pandemic, and now I'm blessed to get to know that it's actually possible to have art exhibitions online, which will make us able to take this exhibition and travel the world and send our work to everywhere, and maybe we can reach for more people, and this opening, this connection, and I'm blessed with this, and I think it's important now to learn new skills and to, of course, with the help of people who already like Kaiser and Abdullah, they're already having steps doing this online, building websites and building this 3D visit. And this is part of our connection in the future in the same way. With all the missing, and I hope we'll be back, of course, to holding hands and being able to work in person soon. And for now, I don't have much to say. I just want to thank you for everyone who's here today. And the intention is to take you on a tour in the exhibition. And the exhibition will be always online for the next maybe months or two. So you can always go back and see it. It's free. Thank you, Abdullah. And then from here, maybe I will ask Kaiser to share how he feels about being the photographer and my partner in this project since I started maybe 15 years ago, and for more future projects and amazing body painting sessions to come. So Kaiser?
Yeah. So for me, the online exhibition is like going back home because I'm a digital photographer, basically. So it was very stressful for me to decide about the prints because choosing the medium, it's all prints, it's all print out, but you need to choose which paper or canvas or which finish, whatever. So it was very stressful for me. So I now feel that I am it's the harvest time. Like the hard work is done when I decided about the prints. This was the most stressful thing. But now I'm back to normal. It's online. It's safe. I feel more safe and secure when there's no gluing, framing involved so far. So that's why I'm so excited for the online thing.
Thank you, Kaiser, for sharing. And I would love to, of course, to welcome Pierre with us today. Pierre is a dear friend, and he's an amazing artist himself. And of course, he's very well known, and everybody loves his work.
Party animal.
Okay, yeah, of course, and we all love to party, yay! And of course, we have, of course, Jade, and Jade as well. She's an artist. Karen herself, she's an artist, and everyone, and Amy is an artist in her own way. So everyone is having this art touch here today, which is as well makes me feel more connected and as well challenged. My way of art when I paint in people means that I can't go and buy a canvas from the mall or order it on Amazon. I need to build this relationship with people. I want them to trust me and to give me their skin, which is, I find it for myself, it was not an easy path, but also it's a pleasure that when I started doing this 15 years ago, I couldn't stop. I love having this connection between me and people. I wanted to get more skin. I want people to know that I am happy sharing this pleasure. So I want to ask Karen if she wants to say something, as Karen is coming with us next month in her own body painting session. And of course, Jade, we'll start with Karen. If you want to share something with us today.
Hi, everybody. It's such a pleasure. Everything that's being said here is so wonderful, and I can't speak enough to the truth and the beauty that is the artist Yafa. She's just an inspiring human being all the way around. So she's actually really helped me a lot on a journey of self-discovery towards the end of a journey. And I do use art as therapy, pardon me. So this is kind of, for me, it's an honor, first of all, to be the canvas, but it's also putting myself in a very vulnerable position, because you kind of have to acknowledge that too, right? So what you were saying, Yafa, is absolutely true. You have to have that connection with the artist that that is using you to be that. Well,
You're awesome, babe.
We're artists here. Yeah, but you need that connection. You need that connection with your artist to kind of have that trust and that bond. And that's one of the things that Yafa said to me. What are you? What do you feel represents you at this stage in your life? I'm not going to reveal what it is because it's a big surprise. But it took me a long time. It took me a long time. And I'm really comfortable with it and looking forward to this healing process. It's really something full circle for me. I'm super excited.
Thank you so much. I love you, and of course you're inspiring me too. And I think this is a pleasure and addiction that I meant, that working with amazing souls like Karen, like Jade, and of course like my friends here, my sisters, makes me always wanted to do more. And I think one of the challenging with this COVID that gets me a little bit far from people, and now I'm so grateful that I'm able to get back. And I would love to, of course, send lots of love for Karen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And Jade, you can unmute yourself and share with us little about your intention having a body painting session during the exhibition, which is online.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I get so nervous. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I do get very nervous. I'm a very self-conscious person in almost everything I do. I feel like I'm always fraught with anxiety and excitement, and it just bubbles until I burst. But I feel like that can come out in what I do as an artist. Like I myself, as Yafa mentioned, I paint, I draw, I wood burn. I do all sorts of things that basically, when you're an artist, you can't stop. Even if you wanted to, it seeps around the corners and flows back into your main sites. So I find with the body painting, it's much like Karin said, it's breaking out of your own shell just to connect and feel something uplifting and moving, and you become something else. I think like more of an amplification of your good qualities, I would like to say. Hopefully. So hopefully that comes out of it. But myself, I've lived in Cornwall most of my life. Between here and Akwesasne, I've grown up. That's influenced a lot of my work, a lot of how I interact with the world around me. I'm a very identity-based individual. As an artist, I feel I need to express myself, and what better opportunity than to come together with other artists and build something together, right? Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. I think it's so exciting, but it's also nerve-wracking, but all the best things are, right?
I think we're building this together. Without you, I can't actually have the exhibition. I was at my sister around me without working with these beautiful people around me. I can't have my work done. And again, from the last,
you need bodies.
I need bodies, but it's not only the body, right? Because I think I shared with you, Jade, and I would love to share with everyone again that I lost part of my pleasure when the exhibition was there. And I was a little bit sad that I didn't work with people. My main happiness is when I work with people. So when I had the live exhibitions, the solo exhibition, working with someone, that was my peak happiness. The exhibition itself, having it done as we see here in pictures, and people can actually see it or buy it if they want. This is out of my of course it's a pleasure and a blessing, but it's out of my own personal happiness, because I'm selfish when I create, and I feel like this is the moment that I want to catch. And because the body painting is not a tattoo, we take shower and it's gone. I think this is the part of I want to keep always repeating the circle. I started 20 years ago, right, painting myself, and then I asked I think my cousin first, and then my family members, my trusted friends. I started in a very hard community, let's say, that was basically for females, was not really okay to take off your clothes just to paint in your body and to look different, or to add some beliefs that you think if I put a heart or a sun in my skin, I think it will relate to me as well. So we have been able to take some pictures, but we had to cut the people's head in the picture, like, you know, we're not allowed to show who is a person. And as I am based in Canada now, I'm so blessed that we're open to share. This is what we do, and we're happy sharing. And everyone who's brave enough to try this experience, they as well happy saying that we did it. We don't need to hide anymore, and we can just share this happiness. And especially with female bodies, with, of course, everyone's body, but for me, this was my challenge, that I felt I might put myself in trouble or something if I kept sharing more about my body in body painting. And now I'm more happy to be part of this. I do self body painting these days because of the pandemic. I'll share with you more soon. But yes, you see, work with yourself is getting somewhere. But enough talking, because this is in the future, and I would love to ask Abdullah to take us in a tour in the exhibition that he created, 3D exhibition, right?
Yes, indeed. Yafa, so let me just move you all over to this screen. And so just so you all know, the exhibition, you can either go through a guided tour, which will basically stop you at every painting or every artwork, I should say. And then we will, Yafa, do you think we should skip the music track on this one, or should we keep it playing in the background? I'm afraid it might get in the way as we talk.
It's better to mute the music.
Okay, sounds good. Okay.
Because we hope we can use our discussion here as a background for
100%.
the photos.
Yeah.
So we can discuss each photo, or we talk about it one by one.
100%. That's exactly what I was thinking. So if everyone can see my screen all right, this is basically just our front page. So this will lead you right to the Earthshine virtual exhibition page. And yeah, so up here, it's just going to take a second to load. This is the main exhibition hall. Before we go in there, I just want to take a second to just let everyone know there's a bunch of other content that you're welcome to browse. There's a really nice write-up by Yafa that kind of talks about the story and very succinctly but nicely puts together just her journey, I think, with body painting. Press, well, I mean, there's just a press clipping from the past, but hopefully we'll get some more after this. And then I've got, yeah, a little shout out to you, Jada and Kalleen. So hopefully we'll get a couple of emails going for those as well, and get some more people on board with that. And then, you know, the more you know, because I think Yafa didn't even know about one of Kaiser's degrees. So if you want to take a minute and look at their bios, you might learn something you didn't know about either one of them. The artwork bit isn't, for some reason, it's a bit finicky sometimes, but there you go. Yeah. So if anything, you can always click through. This will lead you to the store page, but otherwise, these are all the artworks in the exhibition that you're welcome to interact with and take a closer look at. But in the meantime, we're just going to focus on the virtual exhibition. So let's take it away. So basically, these are, this is basically, I'll give you like a quick round view of what the room looks like. So there's 20 something artworks in here, and we'll be adding a few more down the line. But for now, we're just going to focus on these and go a bit more in detail. So I guess, is there any sequence that you guys would prefer, Yafa and Kaiser? Is there something that you want to hover over or talk anything like, or do you want me to just guide the conversation? If anyone from...
I'm happy that we're walking together through the art while everyone's sitting in their own comfort room, but we can actually share looking and talking about the work. So maybe we can, yeah, you take us in a tour and we walk with you. We're just
Yeah,
gonna
maybe
walk.
Abdullah, you guide the whole thing, like
Okay, fair
making
enough. Yeah.
pose
I
des
mean,
questions or
yeah, sounds good. Yeah, and if anyone wants to jump in or chime in or ask a burning question, please go right ahead. You're more than welcome to. Yafa, this one, by the way, was like just this lady like really fascinated me with the colors and everything that you have going on there. I should mention this is the one artwork, if I'm not mistaken, that is actually printed on different media, right? So you have it on more than one format. You have it on canvas and on metallic print papers. If you can just, I don't know, give me a bit of an idea of the process of how you went about conveying this young lady and all the colors and the patterns that you ended up going with. What was her theme?
Thank you, Abdullah, for asking. And of course, I would leave the choice of material and print for Kaiser to speak about that. But I would love to just mention that my friend Shelly, again, I don't work with models. I work with friends, with people I trust and they trust me back. So Shelly, she's not a model, but she's an amazing person that she trusted me to paint in her skin. And I think I always take this maybe 20 minutes talking with my friends to see what we're going to build together. And from while we're talking with Shelly, we had this intention that we want to do something about light. And in all my friends, we have this light, shine, there was power coming. And then this is why you can find we have a common color, which is the yellow, and with Shelly it was shining and very strong. And of course it depends about each person with the skin and with the body building. Each person is different. I always keep this space being flexible to see how I feel in the moment with each person. So with Shelly it was basically coming from herself that she gives me the idea of doing this shine in her. And also she's very strong as a she's going, you know, to the gym, and she really cared for her health in a very spiritual way as well. So I think from here it was this kind of focusing, warrior, meditation, and also shining. So this is for Shell.
Awesome, yeah. And then yeah, the titles with her in specific, Yafa, were pretty captivating. A lot of them have to do with, you know, just the moon and you know the just the warrior stances and power and spreading one's wings. So I found that pretty fascinating. Kaiser, was there
before we leave,
you wanted to
sorry,
say?
before we leave Shelly, I want to say something about the challenge with her the skin tone. We shot everything in our home studio, so we didn't have the like the fancy lighting. Most of the light is like natural, as much as we can. And she's got an amazing skin. And you like with Shelly, we've been focusing on having the moon existing most of the time. That the moon was in mind. You're gonna see how in this one, like we use the even the bulb in the back. Uh, like her theme in the photos is like more of the moon. Like here you can see we try in the moonlight from the back, from the back of her head in a way. She's very inspiring. I mean, she's strong. She has this spirit, as Yafa mentioned, like a warrior thing. So even while Yafa was painting, Yafa got more excited with in her body language as an artist while painting on Chile. And as a photography, from the photography side, it was amazing, a bit challenging, but I hope I managed to absorb the tone, the rich tone of her skin, and reflect that in the photos, especially when you print it on. We choose to print most of Shelly's photos on metallic paper because Yafa inspired this by using silver painting. So we thought that the silver will go much better with the metallic paper. So that's what's so special about Shelly's thing.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you both. Um, moving on to this next one. Yeah, I'm curious. And by the way, I love that you flagged the yellow, because I just made the executive decision and made the walls yellow, because I just saw also some of my favorite buildings, like, like historic buildings, like in Spain and South America, they're the yellow ones usually. So I figured might as well if we're in control. But yeah, I want to hear your thoughts on this one in specific, and just what you did around the eyes in specific is really, really interesting there.
Thank you, Abdullah, again. And I think we built this connection already. I trusted you with your choices and the process. And I think I didn't, I'm not worried. Like I saw the exhibition, I felt like you know what I wanted to do. And I think this is how this building trust happening, right, between all of us. And for, course. So for my friend here, okay, so I had a big challenge, of course, because you see, we started the session and it was, for me, it was my third session with her, and we took long time talking. And I think as I see her amazing, fabulous person, and she's open and she can do lots of things, we had to talk several times about what we need to do and if she's ready to have the body painting session or not. And I think, again, everything is happening in the right time for the right reasons. So when Chantal was ready, we did the session, and we started very simple with the idea of herself, what she think about herself. And again, everyone have this connection that we're trying to build. And if I manage to catch this feeling, I'm happy to add to her. And again, we felt this, the shining, the power. The main point from the body painting is empowering the person who have the colors to get this courage. So if you have something is hurting you in your heart, I'm happy to heal it by putting more colors and make it a happy heart. And if there is a scar or a bad accident that you went through in the past, I'm happy to talk about this and try to work it out by adding happy and healing colors, maybe some yellow, blue, purple. And I think we went for purple, totally inspiring from the flowers. And we have lots of flowers, especially with her, right? You can see lots of flower coming, and the idea of a fairy is happening as well. So she was very inspiring me in each little frame we have been working in her moves. She have this fairy and a witch in a way, and from here this was very inspiring. And this is why you will see still empowering, still there is yellow, the sun is happening, the empowering, but as well the purple, and the relationship between herself and the flowers as a fairy is there as well.
Yes, awesome. Kaiser, I want to hear your thoughts about lighting in this one, because I personally
with Chantal, it was like a roller coaster thing. It wasn't. It started in a very low tone. I mean, my body language as a photographer, moving around there, I was like walking on eggshells. I don't want to scare her. It was my first time to see her, and we both got like a little bit scared at the beginning, because when you first look to her face through the viewfinder, you get so confused. You don't know if she's sad or happy, or did I do something wrong, or what is it? You can't get it. I mean, once I just decided to forget about the look in her eyes, because if you can see in this one, this is very confusing. Look, you don't know if she's seducing or angry, or like you get confused all the way. And also the color, the dominant color is was a little bit tricky to adjust the white balance and with the camera and the light, but it ended up the way that everybody, I mean, me and Yafa, we like the tone. I didn't want to lose her original skin tone and keep the Yafa's dominant yellow. And but you can always feel there's sun, there's flowers, the cute. She's her body takes you in this journey as if you're going through the field and touching the leaves, and it was very rich experience. But it was a bit hard at the beginning, but after like 1 hour of, I mean, I believe that Chantal was the most clicks that I've done, because for the first time, like for the one of the rare times that I got confused. I mean, I've done protests, I've done photos for major events or whatever, but with Chantal I was like intimidated at the beginning, but then it went very well, and I felt like swimming, like floating in a way, and yeah, you see it later on when we go through Chantal's printouts.
Yeah, and this one is called Wind, which is a really nice illusion, just because you can almost feel the wind in her hair, right? So I definitely appreciate that detail. Okay, so now on to this one, personally my favorite, by the way, but Yafa and Kaiser, I think you noticed I used it on pretty much the website and the store and all the promotional material. Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts on this one. And this one I think is called Spread Your Wings, which I have a phoenix on my back. My version of a canvas is ink, right? So permanent ink. But I really want to hear what inspired the title, what inspired the stance as well for Shelley on this one.
Abdullah, I would love to welcome Rose. Rose with us, and hi Rose, hi. So
Hi.
Rose, one of my sisters, and she's my. Thank you,
I
Rose,
was
for
waiting to
coming.
make the big reveal with Rose when her picture comes.
So
Like the
Rose,
surprise.
she gave
You
me
wrote
the
it.
honor to paint as well, a body painting session, and with Rose being with me, I have been able to work more for the body painting and for discovering more in myself. Rose is encouraging me as well to go on and to learn. And since I saw Rose, and I can't even remember when, because I feel like I know Rose since ever, and she inspired me more, and she makes me feel I want to do more things. So thank you, Rose, for being here today. And we have lots of pictures for Rose too. But because I don't want to stop for every like,
Yeah,
you know,
we're gonna
artwork.
use the audio track
Yeah.
to add it to the photos.
Should we
So
talk
that's
with
why
our
we're
friends
talking.
as well? Do we
Yeah,
need
but
to?
we're going through the photos one by one, so I can edit them. Now you make my job harder editing
I'm
the audio
sorry
track.
for
So
making it harder. I'm used to, making the connection. So for
yeah,
this picture, I will make a small comment, but I want to hear as well from the people who are working with us in the exhibition.
Yeah,
What do you think,
you
guys,
can
for
spend
this?
20 seconds. It's fine. As long as it's a brief, like as long as we mention everyone, I think we're fine. But we don't have to go over like
For each one, because I think we have the main thing, and we're working with our friends as well to make it interesting journey for them, especially if they give effort to come with us here. Maybe me and you and Kaiser, we can make a special recording later with when we have more time. But I would love to ask Amy, what do you think about the body painting exhibition, as Amy didn't come as a person, like in the pandemic, to see the exhibition? What do you think? This is your first time to see the whole thing, right?
Yeah, so it's my first time. Hi, everyone. I'm very happy that I was invited tonight. I'm on my phone, so it's very hard. It's very small, but they do look really beautiful. And I love the vibrant colors in them. And I'm enjoying hearing about the stories behind them and the journey, and about the lighting and the medium that Kaiser chose.
And Amy, do you think you could be open to try one of these body sessions, or encouraging, like to maybe try with, I'm not always asking people, to go for the full body, but I'm thinking an arm or a back, like, go back to this childish feeling of playing with colors. Are you open to try something like that?
Yeah, I would try it. I'd be open to it. I think it would be a really good experience, and it would be a good experience to kind of get to know yourself better.
That's really, really nice. Thank you for actually being open to try new things. Thank you. And I found out that most of my friends are actually open, which is, this is the idea of you're finding your own tribe, your own people. And I want to ask Pierre, and I'm so happy you're here, Pierre, today with us. And Pierre is doing totally different art and beautiful way of lighting. Are you open, Pierre, to try to be painted? We can't hear you, my dear. I know you're muted.
Oh, there we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm on my phone too, so the screen's a little small, but well, of course, yes. I said I probably need a glass of wine, but yes, absolutely.
Okay, let's make it a bottle, and then we can go try. I think the body painting, this is the main purpose of it, is to get us again to be happy, to try things that we think we're old now to do it, but actually it's happiness every time, and it fits with everyone.
Yeah, but beautiful exhibition. I love the compositions in these pieces. All the very strong compositions.
Thank you. And I was super, super happy and honored when you came as well to the exhibition here in Cornwall. I think it was really interesting to see your reaction, that you yourself, you start painting. And this is the main intention, to inspire each other.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually painting a little bit right now. I'm actually basking in this energy, so I'm throwing in my own piece. But yeah, the compositions in these, well, the lighting, of course, but it's just the way they're structured and laid out on the as a photograph. It's so well done. So yeah.
Thank you so much. I think I remembered that I shared with Pierre maybe the first or second, third month when I reached Cornwall about what I'm doing, and that I'm waiting for the pandemic to finish so I can go back. So part of the pleasure that you can see now, what is the intention is to go more for the more of happiness and more body painting.
Yes.
Should we walk through the exhibition a little bit?
Yes,
further?
of course. Let's walk more and get people connected.
Yeah.
Yes, Rose, it's you.
Yeah, I have to tell you something, because artist is not important to be the best model. It's not important to be the best way. We just have to see Yafa Gowaily is the artist who put in the body spiritual painting in the body. It's completely different, like I saw before. It's not important to be the best. It's when you Yafa Gowaily put in your body the painting, she put in the same time spiritual healing, like be closer than the paradise, you know. It's my opinion, because I'm an artist too. I don't care about the people who think it's important to be the best in the world. It's not important. Now in 2021, it's important to accept and know Yafa Gowaily. When I met her, it was the best way of this year when I met her, because spiritual healing, because I made body painting with another artist. It was just an artist. It was good too. I accept his job. Sorry, but sometimes my first language is French. But you have to think, all the people have to know Yafa Gowaily, it's different body painting. It's putting spiritual healing with painting. And for me, it's incredible. I have to say that. Because
love you, Rose. Thank you.
Wonderful
Thank you.
time. And like an artist, I don't care about the people think I'm an artist or not. I don't care, because I'm a poet, I'm a dancer, I'm a painter. The thing is, when you are different now, like an artist in 2021, different thing is important. It's like Picasso at his time, you know, was different, and Kandinsky was different. You make your art with your soul. And for me, it's like me. I think it's an incredible job. Thank you so much for being
I'm
a part
honored,
of
Rose, to have you with me in this journey. Thank you. You also inspired me a lot. You're so powerful and strong woman, beautiful.
Yes,
And
of course.
you are, yeah.
Thank you so much. I had a beautiful time with the Kaiser and you, body painting and taking a picture. I think it was a beautiful, great time. Yes, and I appreciate your job like an artist. You are an amazing woman. It's important you know that. Hmm?
Thank you. Love you. Thank you. So going back again to walking in the exhibition, while again, this is again my own and basic main intention. The people are more important than the work itself. It doesn't matter about the product, but the process itself is important. So having you here today, talking with Rose, Emmy, Pierre, my friends, Jade and Karen, everyone, this is the most important, actually more important than having the exhibition itself, because without you I'm not gonna able to build more exhibitions or more artwork. And this is, I think this is what makes the balance between how can I enjoy having you around. And I don't have much to say. I think all the upcoming pictures, and I would love if Abdullah will lead the next steps in the exhibition. This is his amazing work. Because I'm so emotional at the moment. I love you all. Thank you.
Okay, let's just maybe we'll gloss past these because we've seen a few of her images. So this one is called Lizard, and yeah, I can't really tell who this is. I don't know if you guys can shed some light on who this person was, what their story was. I think it's one of the same ones from the other images, but I think the perspective is really unique here. Kaiser, maybe if you want to take the lead on this one and just let us know what was it that made you fixate on the lizard necklace in specific and everything coming together around it.
Yeah, this is Chantal, and this is very the piece that she's wearing belongs to Yafa, and is very dear handmade piece that Yafa likes. But the thing here is that we chose to go for cotton paper. So we printed only two pieces on cotton paper, this one and Rose with white background. If you can see Rose, the earlier one, the first one of Rose with the white background. So these two are done on the cotton paper. It's like very matte, and so it has like a different feeling when you like here you can see the roses coming out from the cream, like is more fruits and stuff coming out of it. And with the lizard one, also we chose the cotton paper because it's we wanted to focus, yes, on the lizard, but also we tried to imagine what would be the best medium, and also the cropping, because it wasn't that aspect. It was more of like squared aspect, and then we thought it would be more in a golden ratio to have it here, and then you have time to go to the left and follow the arm where it goes up, and then you try to imagine the expression in her face, because it's still a little bit mysterious, because you don't know how she's feeling, if she's sleeping, or like to keep leave space for the imagination. And I'm really happy with the choice of the cotton paper here, and as you can see, it's soft light as well.
Yeah, it really
Like the others.
The glitter over here, Kaiser, and that's the thing that I found really fascinating, is that if you look at it, it's almost like looking at stars in the sky. So yeah, really nice choice. Cool. All right, this one's a very powerful one. Yeah, there's a lot going on here, so I'll just let you dive right into it.
Yeah.
I'm every time I see the work, I have, you know, clear idea, because again, in the moment while I'm creating or connecting, I give more flexibility to the feelings to just be happening at the moment. I don't really build hard. I work with the feelings more, right? And now as we're talking about it, and this is why I feel the space between myself and the work, because it's done already. But I can say that I know now that with Chantal, we did work with the elements. And I think having Chantal using the elements of the lizard, or the name of the sibha, the thing that she is putting, this all also very familiar elements that I use, and having her with having her stuff in her hand, that also was inspiring her as well. Working with Rose, like if we move to the next work, you see, with Rose, it was not much elements, because Rose already, when we worked, it was in her own art place. So it was already full of her stuff. It was full of her colors. And we have this amazing picture when Rose is standing and her own artwork is behind her, which is this why I think we didn't use much elements. The strong thing was the colors. The colors were higher than other elements. And when we go, if we can move, Abdullah, if you don't mind. Yes, this is as well one of the elements, but again, with Chili, she was basically giving me the inspiration from her own body and muscles. So I didn't as well like build more with elements. It was basically, this is Sage, but basically she was saying what she wants to do. She had very strong poses all the time, working with her head and her, she loves this area. Working with this area was very inspiring all the time. So each person and each work is different. And I have a feeling all the time that what I meant is something, and maybe what the people will feel is something else. And this is why I leave the space for the tour as well, for everyone to take their time, and because I can't really explain everything, right? It just
I'm curious, Yafa, though, about the process, because you know, with Shelly, you just got some really awesome pictures and a variation of stances with her. Like with this one in specific, like it looks like she's dancing or in a trance or something. What was happening here? Or maybe, you know, if you were
that
in the
was her work. This is the thing, you see, working with people, I didn't do much in this. After I put the colors in her, we talked a little bit, and this is her work. She decided to pose this way. Kaiser chose the angle of the picture. So yes, we did work together, but the person who have been painted also, this why they're not models. These amazing souls decided to do their own selves, and this is herself doing her own pose, feeling her own body after the colors. Maybe before the colors, she didn't want to do this, but now when she knows that she colored, she wants to add something different. It's the same thing when you put a costume and you go to some place with different costume, or you put a mask, you feel you can add more to yourself or change your voice or do something. And this is the game that everybody's open and invited to play. And with colors, it gives you the same thing, the same way of believing that there is some signs and colors if you put before war, so you'll be protected, or some colors for sadness, and some colors if tattoos, if you put it yourself, you get lucky, or you will always be remembered. And I think from here, all this comes together in our history, our roots, and then this amazing work get together. But I give for each one of these amazing, beautiful ladies the credit for choosing to use their own body, their own way. They inspired us. We didn't tell them, do this, open your hand. We can't do that. We can't. And of course, we have Rose with us to tell us more. And Rose, you're welcome to speak in French if you want to. Oui, mon chéri, speak in French, please, if you want to, if you're comfortable.
En fait, l'important, à quelque part, c'est de promouvoir cet art qui est spirituel, qui est différent, qui est en fait, ta façon d'être, Yafa. Et les artistes, ce qui est important, c'est d'être différent d'une autre personne. Et c'est ce que tu fais comme art. Et chaque corps humain est une œuvre d'art. Alors, chaque personne va y aller avec son être, que ce soit quelqu'un d'introverti ou extroverti, on s'en fout. L'histoire, c'est qu'à quelque part, quand tu mets de la peinture sur le corps de quelqu'un, c'est avec un côté spirituel et tu vas chercher l'être humain qui est à l'intérieur de cette personne-là. Tu vas conjuguer avec la spiritualité. Et ça, c'est une œuvre d'art parce que c'est unique. Tu sais, c'est unique. Mais c'est magnifique. Alors, c'est ça que je crois que c'est tout à fait. Sorry parce que j'ai plein de gens qui m'écrivent en même temps. L'art, c'est toujours être différent d'une autre personne, d'un autre artiste. Ce n'est pas de plaire absolument au public, c'est d'être soi-même. Be yourself when you are an artist. You don't care about the people enjoy your art because when I paint, I don't paint for the people. I paint because I like to paint. And you are like this. I think que c'est vraiment important et c'est charmant. You're an amazing woman. Vous êtes charmante. Yafa, I love you so much. Je t'aime beaucoup.
Merci, mon chéri. I love you too. Good time. Okay, so moving on, and we see it will get so high emotional now. So let's go ahead on the tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least we're getting some emotion in because that's
Yes.
usually what an opening is, right? Well,
Yeah.
normally we drink, but we can all home, obviously. One question for you, too. One thing I've noticed is, and I'm just realizing it now, is the hands tend to take on a different color in a lot of these works. What is there a reason behind that, Yafa? Is there some association that you have with the hands? Is it what you start with, what you end with? Yeah.
You're always amazing with your questions because it's so smart, and I know this is also kind of your field of work, which is sometimes even I don't think about it, and now while you're asking, I get to know. Yes, I always start with the hands because I usually start the sessions holding hands with my friends, and then we hold hands for a while, we talk for a while. I did this as well in the last live sessions we had here in the gallery, and I'm willing to do this again and again. I hold hands for a while, and then when we feel this connection, when I feel that we have agreed about what we're going to do, and we have this trust already and the agreement of we're going to do this together, and then I start, and then the colors comes. I start with the hands, my hands and my friend's hands too, and this is why it was important to make it connected to the whole body as much as possible. Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is okay. So now I see the lizard, Kaiser, and again, and it's really amazing just what I think what the medium and what the crop really does for the image, right? Because again, just now seeing that these are pretty much the exact same person, the exact same pose, right? But just
this lizard exists behind Kaiser now. He's sitting, and this accessories, which is Bedouin handmade accessories, it comes from the desert that I got it maybe 20 years ago as a gift from my mother. And the lizard itself is behind Kaiser at the moment, hanging in, yeah, this is the lizard. Handmade, all together, one piece.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you, Kaiser.
And then this one, I think this one is unique because if I'm not mistaken, this is the only one on Gator board, right? Yeah. I think Kaiser, maybe you want to tell us just about, there's a lot going on here in terms of, I think, your artistry, right, as a photographer. What do you want to tell us?
The thing is that we chose the Gator board here because if you see it, take a close look at the printout, you're gonna see how the Gator board reacts to the ink in different ways. Like it's not, it looks like not all the colors are not the same material, so it absorbs the colors in different ratios. So and some colors are reflective, some colors become matte. So for an example here, you're gonna see that the flowers will be matte and everything else is not. So the Gator board was really good idea with this one, because this wasn't planned at all. I mean, Yafa give her the thing that Yafa is doing, that she's not finishing the painting and then start to get her reach out to the chest of accessories and then put it in front of us. No, she prepares the accessories first and put the accessories to be part of the whole process. So when Yava was painting on Chantal, she had in mind all the elements around her, the leather, the flowers, the head thing, and it was all there from the beginning. So it looks like it's all woven together in a way. And if she, as she said, with only with Rose, I think it was. Hi Rose, my name is Kaiser, by the way. Hi. With Rose, it was a different experience because her energy is very high. She's so I can't find the word, but it's something that from the first moment that we entered her place, we felt that I already knew her for a long time, and we get like, I started feeling preparing the shots while the Yafa started with the first brush stroke. So that's why, as Yafa said, it's about people, and people are different. Each one has her own energy, and I experienced this at the first hand with the three of them, and I can say like the easiest person to deal with was Rose. I've been so lucky that she's like open, like with arms wide open, getting everybody. She just continue, like she takes you in and let you feel it's okay, everything is okay, and then we had a great time.
And I think this would make it this is where we're near that finish line. So power. I think obviously other than her physique, anything you guys want to tell us, or anything about this this image, or Shelley, right? Shelley's stance in this one.
Actually, I have a question for you, Abdullah. Because you see, again, I'm a person who like to work with people, touch people, and be in the ground and walk with no shoes. And I wanted to know, how do you feel about that? You actually expected 3-4 years ago that this going online art is going to happen anyway. How do you feel now, while actually it's happening and people buying stuff all the time online, ordering art and food and everything online? How that makes you feel at the moment, while your expectations is happening and reaching for the future that you expected is already, it's here now.
I mean, the funny thing is, Yafa, the future that I saw for myself after I was done with my boring normal career is that I wanted to own an art gallery, a small gallery, a real gallery though. But I figured in the meantime, let me just do the online thing. I come from a family that has been involved in the arts. My mom has had an art gallery for almost 30 years now, so it was kind of a natural thing for me, second nature really, to be involved in the arts. But I did not envision this, right? Again, I think it really took a pandemic, and I think we've all been on very different journeys, but I think I'd like to think that our journeys have kind of led us. There were some struggles. We definitely all had our moments, but I think we've seen some really cool things come out of this, right? This and the biggest realization for me was that we've had all this technology available to us for years. The cameras, the ability to go on FaceTime or Zoom, but we never really leveraged them. We always use the distance as an excuse to not keep in touch, to not connect, to not share experiences. And this to me is a part that I honestly, it's still a bit overwhelming, right? It's still, I'm a bit in disbelief that, yes, we've had these things, but we're never going to get there. And then almost overnight, we just adopted these things. And I do think the future, once the world reopens, and I'll be the first person lining up to go into a vernissage, like a proper opening, but I do think these things will stay with us. I know that wasn't exactly the best or the most eloquent answer to your question, Yafa, but I really didn't envision things turning out this way. But on some level, I'm glad because you get to make these connections. I'm here in Toronto. You guys are in mostly in Cornwall, right? And I've never met any of you in person, but now I have a reason to come to Cornwall when I can. And
yeah, and we have friends in Montreal as well. And the good thing creating this, that the work can travel everywhere and we can send it everywhere. So we're actually discovering our blessings that people can actually try to reach out. But you know why I have this feeling that you saw the future? Because you have been kind of ready. You learned the techniques. It was easy for you to adapt more than others. And this is why I have all the feeling that you took steps to reach that. And this is why also I have a feeling that you're always younger because you know these skills. Yeah, thank you, Abdullah, for opening this 3D tour for everyone. Thank you.
Oh, Pierre is going very surrealist now. Pierre, you're upside down.
Am I upside down?
Yes, please.
Is that better?
Merci, merci.
It's better.
Well, you guys weren't upside down, but oh, okay. Well, it was, yes. I'm in Australia, so yeah. The toilet water, spins the other way here. So
now we can see each other, yeah, and I'm excited about the next coming as well sessions. I'm learning every time, and with each person is something new, and I'm learning as well to enjoy and open each time to learn and to make it different, right? So I didn't have much to say. I'm just very overwhelmed, and it's a new way of opening. But thank you so much, everyone, for being with us today. I think we have a closing in 2 minutes. So if Abdullah would love to say something before we leave, or it's open, anyone can ask any questions. Amy, Jade.
Why you want? Yeah.
Because we have an hour and then we need to go. So our bum-bums will not stay in the chair for a long time. But yes, we can. Of course, Rose.
Yes,
Rose, we have to party.
I have to tell you something. I have to tell you, when you have some artists behind the first artist is Kaiser, because don't forget that it's like making a movie. Somebody you paint and Kaiser take a picture. I think it's a partner, It's important to know the abilities of Kaiser to take a good picture about your art. It's a team, and artists and the person who have a body painting and the person who take the picture. It's they communicate together. It's wonderful time and wonderful art. Each people is important in this kind of thing. You know
yes,
that? Because sometimes we forgot Kaiser is the person to make a beautiful picture with his abilities. I think abilities is a good term. I don't know, but with his experience, And for this reason, it's a team. I think the team is better than to be just one person. The team is like
working better when we work as a team.
Each person is important in this kind of team. I have to say to Kaiser.
Hey, Kaiser, happy now? Yes, but what?
I had a wonderful experience. This is what I was saying. I mean, with Rose shoot, it wasn't about the output at all. I enjoyed every single moment there.
Yeah, I have some pictures for both of you in the making while you're making coffee together, and it's also kind of serious. Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. Wow. As well, working as a couple, this was also challenging, right? Because to build this trust that my friends are opening to my partner to be able to take their pictures and trusting him with this. I think this is also building the circle of trust that we can do this together and we can make it that much beautiful. And then me and him alone as couple, because we're together for a very long time now, doing this with my friends who becomes his friends too. I think this is also a thing that behind the camera that we really, I don't know how can we speak about this. It's just
I feel very lucky. I mean, as a photographer, I never expect that I get the privilege of having all this peaceful environment with each one of the our partners in this project. That I felt amazing, and I was always worry about this. Yafa was doing this for 15 or 20 years, maybe. I never felt comfortable to take photos of her work. Only when I saw how she's dealing with the partners as like sisters. She's always calling them sisters,
They
and
are my
that's
sister.
how yeah, and that's how I was motivated, and I got so excited to be part of the project. And I thank you, Rose. I'm so grateful for
Oh,
everything.
Yeah, you grew
oh,
up as well in this project, right? I think as a photographer, as a person, as a man, it was very challenging for you, and you did a great job, Kaiser. And now Abdullah is doing a great
Yeah, it's
job
like
as
Kaiser
well.
was surrounded by all the beautiful ladies.
yeah.
And Abdullah is going now to continue this building team thing, right? Making this art able to reach for more people, promoting and letting this exhibition happen. Because of course, again, without Abdullah, I'm never gonna thought that I will have a 3D exhibition. Like my kids have this VR thing, and I get dizzy, to be honest, when I wear it. And obviously, it's become a normal thing. So thank you,
Yeah.
Abdullah, for creating a 3D
No,
exhibition.
anytime, guys. No, I'm really happy. Again, I think the one thing that we have on our hands here is just the ability to reach a wider audience and connect more people, and hopefully get them to experience part of the journey with us, right? And I think that you've all clearly made a really good connection with like Rose, and really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with Jade and Karine. No pressure, right? But I think to me it is really fascinating just to see something, not to repeat what you said, Rose, in different words, but like just to have a duo that something very fleeting and very washable, like ink on, or on skin, right? But then to have someone immortalize it and make it more long term by taking a photo of it in the right setting and with the right intention, I think is a really cool project to be a part of. So I'm really excited. Again, I think it's been definitely a blessing, to think that we met 6-7 months ago now on a whim, again online, very socially distanced, and here we are, right? So I'm really glad with the way this turned out, and I thank everyone for joining us tonight. Definitely been a pleasure
Thank you.
hosting you all.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thank you.
thank you, everyone. Thank you, Abdullah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much. It's been lovely.
I'm
Guys,
so
do you
glad
have
that
any
you
questions,
came.
or Amy
Yeah.
and Jade, Rose, anybody has any
Any
questions?
questions?
I don't have any questions, but I do have, I was drawing Yafa during the program, and I don't want to steal the show, but I really like that quote. The people are more important than the work itself.
I love you. Yes.
When you're surrounded
Look
by
at me.
roses and daisies.
I
Anyways.
love it. I love it. I love it. I
I'm
love it.
glad.
I
Perfect. I'll give
love
it
you.
to you.
Thank you. And yes, look at me saying wise words. Yes, people are more important than
It
the
just
work itself.
came to you. Yes.
Now
It's
when you
perfect.
write it and you make it, it looks very like, yeah, I think, you know what? I think the work, you see, a lot of people can actually play music and do amazing stuff, right? And this is well appreciated. But I think that the process, working with the people, and this is the gift that I think maybe I'm blessed to have it, that working with communities, building these circles around the work itself, this is what makes it more important than the work itself. Because I think this is my own pleasure doing this. This is why I keep repeating projects, community, organizations, kids, whatever have people in, I'm in. And this is why I think working with myself, this self-paint, it was a little bit hard, right? Yeah, but I'll share with you more pictures soon.
I think we'll be very excited for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Amy, do you want to ask questions? Anything?
I don't have any questions either, but I'm really happy that I was able to participate tonight. I really had not seen any of it before, and I really love the idea behind it and the connection and learning the story, getting to know the person, and just the body positivity to it. So, and I really like the piece where you said that when the models are painted, they have a different kind of energy and they feel a little more protected for the photos.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you. I can't wait for you as well to join, even with your arm. That would be nice.
Yeah, I'd really like to be a part of the project. So
perfect. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. Anything else? Anyone else want to share anything with
We
us?
should share a hug. This is the thing, that if we're in a
I was
normal,
gonna say,
a big hug for everyone, and
they don't have a hug
I'm hugging my phone.
yay! That we see each other and we, yeah. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Great night, everyone. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Bye, Rose. Bye, Kaiser.
I'll end.